That wiped the smile off Chris Sutton's face. Also, welcome back to Fog Football, and he's responded to Celtic's defeat against Hearts in the Scottish Premiership. Santa get booed. It's now for Chris Sutton to give his 2 cents on it for now. And let's see what he said. You can blame the board, you can blame the lack of atmosphere because of the Green Brigade not being at the matches, you can blame the recruitment, but ultimately Brendan Rodgers should be doing much better with the players he has at his disposal. It's been bang average all season. Damn. End of quote there for Chris Sutton. Tweet on X, whatever. What do you call it? It's a post. It's not even a tweet anymore because it's no Twitter. It's X. But was this an X-rated comment? It's pretty much Chris Sutton saying Brendan Rodgers is mince and it's almost time to go. And after the past couple of hours, I mean, it's been about 5 hours since the game ended. There's a lot of Brenda out talk. There's a lot of, if we're a couple of points behind in January, Brenda's got to go. There's a lot of people saying Brendan was never the right man. A lot of people saying that, you never go back to an ex. But Celtic like doing that. Strachan, Lennon about a million times here. Maybe Lennon is currently standing in the Celtic Park, Shar, and he's just waiting to be invited back for the 1,000th time. But for Rodgers, how long's he got? I mean, I don't think his job's under any threat right now. I don't. I know if Rangers win both games in hand, they go ahead, right? But at the end of the day, he's 5 points clear. All right, 2 games in hand, yes. If Celtic were 5 points behind, I would agree. I mean, if you look when Rangers sacked Beale, pulled the trigger quite early, if we're being honest, even though it had to happen, and it's correctly happened. When is the earliest that Celtic will pull the trigger? I look at Celtic's next couple of games. I believe it is Livingston at home. Then I think it's Dundee away. I think I'm right in saying it's Dundee away. Then, of course, it is the Old Firm. I think that... Well, actually, it is. Pretty sure it is. I think that's how it goes. So I think it's Livingston, Dundee away, and then the Old Firm at home. Those 9 possible points, they should beat Livingston at home, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's a 0-0. Dundee away. Dundee are, pretty good this season. We all expected them to be relegation fodder, but that could be a struggle for them. But once you go into a rut like this as a team, and it is becoming a rut, make no mistake about it. Yeah, they beat Feyenoord, but imagine the outrage if they hadn't beat Feyenoord. It would have been absolutely fantastic. But Ewan Cameron has responded to Chris Sutton here. And there, look at that. I'll give that a cheeky wee 3-2-5 I am. Shh. Zoo. He did that. Is it that? At half time, 2-0. And thankfully it didn't come back to bite him in the arse, because Hearts seen it through, and I think there's worrying times ahead at Celtic, and I'm all for it. But Rangers need to capitalise. The Mora, man. Rangers cannot be going in to this Old Firm with, what I say, if Rangers lost the Mora, that would give Celtic a bit of incentive. But if Rangers win the Mora, man, you feel the tide is already turning. So I think it's going to be a tsunami, the Mora, and hopefully it's a tsunami of blue, red, white, and blue, and not just red and white, which would be a big issue, guys. But we'll be back very soon with more content here, and that is where Fog Football is going to leave you. Looking forward to it, discussing it, all the action, Scottish football. Derek Adams, just to wrap up what he said in 10 seconds, because with this fallout with Celtic, I don't even think we're going to get... Well, we'll probably talk about it in the review show, but him coming out and saying that the standard of football is 100 times better in England League 2, and that today between Dundee and Ross County it was fucking abysmal. It sounds like a guy that's just spat the dummy because his team get beat 1-0. Every league has bad games of football. Every single... It doesn't matter about the quality in it. There's bad games of football in every league. And he's completely and utterly spat the dummy. And I'm not going to use, look, midweek, 3 Scottish teams won in Europe. Because, this season we've been pretty pish in Europe, to be honest. Well, I say we've been pretty pish. To be honest, it's probably been one of the better. It was way better than last season this season, in terms of Europe. But the league's not that bad, right? It's not. For him to market, for him to try and pretend that Morecambe is 100 times better than the quality of the Scottish Premiership, he needs his head looked at. But anyway, guys, that's it. Chris Sutton has responded. we'll have to wait and see what else is going to go down.